Welcome to Tickled Pink's Throwback Thursday cocktail. Tonight's cocktail is a cocktail I've been curious about for a while. I haven't tried, but it is definitely throwback because it does date back to colonial America. It's also a cocktail that is synonymous with winter and the holidays and cold nights and warming up. Tonight's cocktail is Hot Buttered Rum. Now, as I was mentioning, it does date back to colonial America when the colonists finally got access to molasses that was imported from Jamaica. The access to molasses allowed them to start to open distilleries and start to distill their own rum. With that, they decided to add rum to various drinks because, you know, rum makes everything better, or as I would say, alcohol makes everything a little better. So they started adding it to traditional drinks, their nogs, which one of those would be eggnog, which we totally associate with Christmas, hot toddies, which we love during the winter when we have a cold or when we want to warm up, and the infamous hot buttered rum. So I've never tried the hot buttered rum because I've seen various recipes that call for it to be with hot water, butter, and some brown sugar and some rum. And I'm sorry, that just didn't sound that great to me or that appealing. But I figured this cocktail's been around for, 400 years, so it has to be worth a shot. Like, there has to be something more to it that I'm missing. So I did a little research, and what I found is that hot buttered rum is basically building a compound butter out of all the flavors of winter and fall that we all love: the cinnamon, the clove, the nutmeg, and the brown sugar. So compound butter, for those of you who don't know what that is when you take normal butter and you flavor it with either herbs or spices or sugar, and you make the butter flavored, and then you can add it to dishes. Like at a steakhouse, they usually put a compound butter of like chives and dill on top of your steak, or you can get a compound butter of like brown sugar and cinnamon for your French toast. So when I found that out, I was like, well, I like cinnamon, I like clove, I like nutmeg. It's a gingerbread cookie pretty much in a cup, so what's not to love? So I decided to make it. So tonight we're going to make my first hot buttered rum. So what you're going to need is hot water, i.e. the hot buttered rum, and the compound butter. Here you go. Again, you take room temperature butter, and I have about 2 ounces of butter here with 3/4 of a teaspoon each of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove, and just a pinch of salt. And you want to mix that up. That's why you want it to be room temperature, because you want the butter to be soft until all of that gets incorporated. Oh, I forgot. You also need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You mix it up, and then this is going to make about 4 hot buttered rums. So it's great because you can make it ahead, and whenever you want one, you just go scoop out some butter, put it in your mug, and you've got a hot buttered rum. So I won't be using all of this tonight, but I will be saving it and using it for future drinks. So once you've made this, all you're going to do is take about 2 tablespoons. And it's stuck. 1 second. Get my handy dandy knife out. To put that in, you need 2 tablespoons. So another one. Plop that in. And then you're going to use 1.5 ounces of dark rum. Now, I want to specify you need to use a dark rum, and that's a rum that's been barrel aged. You don't want to use a white rum or a young, not aged rum, because it's not going to stand up to the strong spice flavors of the butter mixture. You want something that's robust in flavor, dark in color, and has a strong characteristics of an aged alcohol. So do not get white rum. So we're going to add 1.5 ounces of that. Ooh, a little over, but that never hurt anybody. And I'm going to need a spoon, so get it back in. We're going to stir this up. Now you're just going to stir it until your butter melts. Stir, and it's all melted. Now, here's a Tickled Pink first. I've never had a hot buttered rum. So tonight, I'm going to have my very first hot buttered rum. So you're going to get to see, you know, an instant reaction, whether I love it or I don't. If I don't love it, I'll just give it to my husband. He'll drink it. So here we go. Bottoms up. Wow. Wow, that is really freaking good. Like, it really tastes like a gingerbread cookie in a glass. And you don't taste the butter. It's not greasy. It's not oily. It's definitely... Oh, yeah. This is my new go-to cold weather drink. It's really good. I would highly suggest you try it. And it's perfect for these cold nights and holidays coming up. So I hope you enjoy, everybody. Cheers!